going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, The Model Building Corner. I'm Joe. The description, not the description, Joe, the title says that this is the Rust Bucket Group Build Update, which it is. Just relax, it's coming, okay? That's going to be the third thing I want to talk about. But this is going to be short, okay? Trust me. First thing, I got a shop card in the mail today, and I was very excited to get it from Chase over there at 408 Model Shop. Guys, this is a fairly new channel. Chase is pretty cool. He's got a lot of different variants as far as on his builds. He's got, he's doing the NASCAR, he's doing classics, he's doing street rods and I don't know, drag cars and all kinds of stuff. Stock car, not stock as in racing, but stock builds. Nice little Galaxy, I think that is there. So, but anyway, why do I go off on these tangents? Somebody's talking outside in the house. So if you're not subscribed to Chase at 408 Model Shop, go check him out. His link is going to be in the description. Really nice guy, nice channel. Him and I had a weird back and forth on the emails because I thought I was chasing. I thought I was texting half-ass model work, not texting, emailing half-ass model works, and I emailed him by accident. I had him on my list to send an email to trade shop cards with, but I sent him the email instead and confused the three of us, put it that way. So we got it all straightened out. So Chase, appreciate it. Appreciate the words on the back there. Section 2. See, I'm telling you, this is going to be fast. I decided to stop at Ollie's on my way home today to see if they had, because I ain't been in there in quite some time, so I wanted to see what they had. They got nothing. I don't know if your guys' Ollie's is the same way, if anybody's been in there lately, but they've got 0 kits. I asked the lady, I said, where's the plastic model kits? You guys move them? She's like, if they're not on the aisle, no, we ain't got any. She's like, we might get some in. So I'll show you what I picked up at Ollie's anyway. So I saw this. I mean, you're in Ollie's, you gotta walk. You're in Ollie's, you gotta walk around and see what they got for cheap, right? So this is called Instant Mesh Window Guard. I started thinking, well, maybe. Let me open it. Maybe I should have already. It might not work. It might work. But I'm going to check it and see. This might work because it was only $4 to do grill inserts and stuff like that. I mean, maybe it should. No, I think it'll be fine. You glue it in there. So it's like black wedding veil is what it looks like. Because when I used to build my... I now pronounce you divorced. When I was building my chain link fences on my model railroad, I was looking all around the house for stuff, and I found this bag, and I'm like, okay, I opened the bag, and there's a thing in there, and I started cutting. It's white, and I started cutting it up, and I'm laying it out on my, for my chain link fence. It was my wife's wedding veil that she was saving. So I was in the doghouse. Oh, cool. It comes with, I think it's double-sided tape. So I got 2 things for the price of 1. Is it double-sided tape? You would think it would have to be, right? So anyway, so that's that. I can think of tons of things to use this for. Exhaust vents in my on my diorama. So yeah, I mean, it's black. So it looks pretty cool. So it's at Ollie's. It's called Total Vision Instant Mesh Window Guard. I guess for like, I can actually use this at the house too because I only got one screen. I run the air conditioning, but I like to open the window also just to get air circulating in this little tiny place I live in. So let me throw this to the side so it's not in the way. Next, I bought. They had these this makeup kit for, again, only $3.99. I mean, I'm starting to get old in the wrinkles and stuff, so I might use it to try weathering with powders. I mean, I've tried it with model railroading. I keep resorting back to that. I've tried chalks with model railroading, and the people used to say, well, once you put it on there, then you hit it with a dull coat and it seals it in. Well, every time I hit it with a dull coat, it blew it all off. So I might try that on a kit. So we'll see. I mean, for $4, you can't go wrong, right? So we'll throw that over there. Next, I bought another small selfie stick. Again, this one might last less than the original one that I had. You know, it also sets up as a tripod. It's got the clicker that I lost on the big tripod. So this one can sit table side, you know, so I can get tighter angles and stuff like that. So for $6, can't go wrong. Then I was telling you guys one other time when I went to Ollie's, I purchased a set of their queen sheets, and I gave it a good review for you guys. So if you want a nice, well, these ones were $20, but they do have the ones like I bought for $17. So if you guys want a nice cheap set of sheets, I mean, you can wash them 2 or 3 times, throw them away, get another set. It's worth the money. Then, do I want to show you this? I bought an ear and nose trimmer, okay? All right. It was $3, all right? It takes a AA battery. So I bought Magnavox batteries. A 6-pack was $1.99. Is Magnavox even still in business anymore? I think so. I wonder when these batteries were made. Oh, Kitty, don't mess with the box for the mesh. So they're made in China. And the last thing I got, I always wanted to try this product because between my neck and having trouble sleeping, I bought a pillow once from somewhere that said it's guaranteed not to go flat. Well, once the feathers got all worn out in it, what's keeping it from not going flat is the big hunk of foam in the middle. All right, so that's what my neck rests on, a big square hunk of foam. So Ollie's had my pillow for $20. So I'm going to try my pillow because I always see Mike Lindell on TV talking about it's the greatest pillow in the world. If it's not, Mike Lindell's getting a letter from me. If it works. You can't buy those in the store anymore. Everybody canceled them. And they're expensive online. So $20, I'll try it. Enough of that stuff. Let me get you down here and I'll show you what I did to the Chevy Nova funny car. That's going to be my rust bucket. So come on in. Alright, don't mind the mess. I was going to set up that new little tripod and put it on the table here, but you know what? I've spent, no lie, when I got home, I spent like an hour. I took a picture of Marcelo's card, and I spent like an hour trying to make a new emoji for the beginning. Instead of it being my shop card on my shirt, I wanted to put his shop card on my shirt. And after my phone update, it doesn't work the same anymore. I couldn't figure it out, so I gave up on that. So I don't want to waste any more time setting up a new tripod trying to figure this out. So, all right. So I did record everything that I did yesterday after my entry video. However, I wasn't speaking, which probably would have been a good thing because I had an issue that I you know, sometimes I'm embarrassed about it, but other times I'm like, you know what? I don't care. It is what it is. I'll just tell you. If you notice the gap in my bottom teeth, my temporary plate broke in half, and I re-glued it with model glue. And because I did that, when I went for an adjustment, they told me I voided the warranty on it because I glued it. I'm like, well, I had to go to work, you know. And so as I'm healing, it changes the way it fits. And, well, it broke again. And now it fits better while it's not lined up right. But yesterday it was bothering me, and it was hurting to speak. So I'm sorry I said that. Anyway, so here we go. All right, so it turns out that this kit is a very simple kit. I said I had 20 days. I bet you I have this thing done by Sunday. All right. I'm not putting an engine in it because when a race team parks a race car that they're not going to race anymore, they pull the good stuff out. So there's going to be no engine, no trans, and that's about it. But it's only got one step for the engine. So basically we're going right to step 2. Step 3, maybe the glass. I'm going to break that glass, or I might not use that glass and use something else to simulate broken glass. Step 4 for the chassis and the wheels. All right. And then step 5 is your final assembly. So this thing is like a 1 hour put together. So all the time is going to be spent on roaching it out, which I started yesterday. So looking at the way this car is set up, obviously this is a racing chassis, tubular. So I right away got to work on roaching it out. I mean, it's been sitting. So, I mean, that chassis got some roaching done to it. All right. You're not going to see any of this. This is going to be covered. This side you will see. I was grinding on the inside and the outside because it kind of looked weird while it was still in white plastic, and I'll show you on the body when I get to it. It looked weird in white plastic that it looked like just holes. It didn't look like textured rust. So I did scratch that up a little bit with the generic Dremel. I'll still clean it up a little bit more with some sandpaper. I only threw some black primer on there just to see what it looked like with something other than the white plastic. I'm going to say that the tubular frame wouldn't rot the way that, thinner sheet metal would. So I'm not gonna do any rot work to the tubular chassis, but it is all gonna be rusted though. So that's the chassis, and then the tub. This is not a stock interior tub, I believe. I believe that this entire car is a full race car. So this is not a stock. I don't think this is a stock tub. So when I roached out the bottom and put, rust holes on the underside of the floor, it dawned on me because I was going to cover the inside with I was going to trim out some of that sheet styrene so that you didn't see it from the outside. But there is no carpet in this race car, and it looks like it's a bare metal. There's no factory pressing or anything. This is a homemade full on race car. There's no door cards. The rust, it rotted out back there, and on that the rear deck package tray, whatever the heck you call that thing, that's rotten out. So again, you're not going to see that. I mean, it was really thick in places. So I mean, I was grinding on this thing, and I went. Like, for instance, on the, I'll give you an example on here. When I was grinding from the top, you can see how deep it goes. I was grinding until I could almost see, until it became like translucent. And then so to me, that looks awesome because you got the rust is hanging. I'm leaving that the way the rust is hanging because that's the way it would do on real stuff. So that's that. You've seen the tub. So that's as far as I got on that stuff. And then I started work on the body. And again, I started thinking today, I'm telling you guys, driving all day with nothing but my thoughts is dangerous, because I started thinking today, well, crap, in the 60s, were these things fiberglass bodies, or were they metal bodies? So I don't know. So, fiberglass wouldn't rot, but you know what? Mine is metal. So I ground it all down from the inside. Same thing. I grind until I started seeing daylight through it. Like right there, you can see how it's translucent. And then I just started poking some holes, and then I hit it with the generic Dremel from the outside to open them up a little bit more. So I don't know how high I'm gonna go with this, but this rear's roached out around the wheel well. Has gotten pretty bad rust. This one's almost, and I'm not done with this. I'm still going to work on this some more. But this front wheel well is almost completely rotted away completely. The rear rocker has gotten some pretty bad rot. What else? I'm thinking about going in from the inside, and I'm going to thin this down real good. And so there'll be some rust holes up along the roof, and I'll just, I didn't want to break that because this was really nice and flimsy, but I want it to stay like that. But anyway, I'm having a blast with this. It's a learning curve going this deep with rot, and I'm thinking about, I'm going to put I'll put a base coat of silver, and then I'm gonna probably skip primer altogether. I might put a silver, and then just start laying on different tones of earth tones and rust and browns and stuff like that. And then I am gonna put, I don't know what body color I'm gonna pick yet. I don't know if I want to do it the Twister yellow. I don't know if this. I'm gonna research it if this is a real car or not, but. Man, I said I wasn't going to keep this long, but so what I'm thinking about doing is once I get everything on there, I'm going to put the decal on, and I'm thinking about putting a dull coat over parts of the decal so that as I'm sanding to get down to the rust and stuff, because that vinyl would be like a protectant, so there's still going to be some paint underneath that decal. And it'll be faded in some spots and, stuff like that. So I'm just going to play with it. I mean, I got plenty of time. So anyway, I didn't touch anything on this side yet. All right. So that's my update for that, guys. I appreciate everybody watching, commenting, liking. If you're watching my channel, which according to YouTube Studio, I do have a lot of people that are watching that are not subscribers. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. I'd appreciate it if you did. I'm having a blast building this car so far, and everything that I've got in the in the works here. So I forgot to show you that I got this stuff stripped of chrome. So anyway, all right, guys, appreciate it. Have a good one.